Hello, I'm Matt Robinson with your SCV NewsBreak for Tuesday, June 7th. Millions of people flocked from all over California to the polls today to cast their vote in the presidential primary election. The election isn't just about who is running for president. It is also about who is going to represent our area in the state assembly and the Senate. Also to be decided is the fate of one statewide proposition that would allow legislature to suspend members without salary or benefits. Measure E is also up on the ballot Tuesday for Santa Clarita Community College District voters. If passed, the measure aims to upgrade the COC campus. Check back in with us at 9 p.m. to see results of the primaries. Lock down your trash cans, keep your food inside, and make sure your doors and windows are locked. Bears have been spotted around Santa Clarita. Brandon Uriarte found out what residents need to do to keep themselves and bears safe.
Coming into contact with wildlife is a common occurrence for homeowners in Placerita Canyon. But what they don't expect to see is a wild bear rummaging through their neighborhood. Tenderfoot Trail is one of those residential areas where homeowner Dave Rents didn't expect to see such a large animal late at night.
When I rounded the corner here, he would have been probably here at the driveway and crossed over right in front of me. Went from front yard to front yard and then crossed running horse over into the neighbor's backyard. When I came back out from their house, I went back up because it would have gone in their backyards. So neighbors were out in the driveways and walking down the street getting out of cars, and they were a little startled by it. So just let them know that it was out and about, and they said, well, get inside.
While the video has gotten a lot of attention, wildlife specialists aren't entirely pleased with how the situation was handled.
So what happens is we draw them into our communities, into our neighborhoods. They start to lose their fear. They start to see us as vending machines, and it gets dangerous. What needs to happen is they need to go out there and be proactive and scare the hell out of the bear and teach him a lesson and say, no, it's not safe to be around people.
A brochure from the California Department of Fish and Game advises residents to keep pet food inside and bird feeders away, as wild animals that feed on this food lose their natural way. For more information on how to handle wildlife in your area, visit www.keepmewild.org. For SCV TV, I'm Brandon Uriarte.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, see how California Highway Patrol honored their senior volunteers. Plus, the sounds of Africa made their way to Valencia over the weekend. See how coming up.
Parents, there is an important new law for all incoming 7th graders in California. All students going into 7th grade are required to get a whooping cough booster shot called Tdap. Check with your child's doctor now. If your child hasn't received the Tdap shot yet, get it now to protect against the ongoing threat from this dangerous disease. To learn more, visit shotsforschool.org. Message brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Welcome back to SCV NewsBreak. Not all heroes are the ones in uniform. The Newhall CHP graduated 10 senior volunteers early Tuesday morning, putting the total number of volunteers at 22, providing support for the station.
Today we're here to celebrate our senior volunteer program and new graduates from the senior volunteer program. The Newhall CHP, as well as the state of California, utilizes the senior volunteer program to facilitate and supplement the officers' highway patrol hires. We'll use them to help with traffic management, traffic control. We'll also use them to help with clerical duties as well inside. They also help us in other different ways as far as the requirements that the highway patrol have.
15 years ago, I did volunteer for the sheriff's department, and then I went back to work, stuff on a company, and then it was casually seeing a advertisement in the Signal saying volunteers are needed. And I figured, that sounds right. So I did it. I went down, I did the procedures, and I found that it is a lot more diverse of volunteer program than the sheriff's department. And it could fit a lot of different things, and I felt, well, sounds good, feels good. give back to the community finally. I've got the time. And the more I get involved in it, that's a great bunch of people. It's not for everybody, but it's right for me.
To all of this, I do solemnly.
If you were in Valencia on Sunday afternoon, you might have heard some sounds from a faraway land. The Santa Clarita Master Choral performed traditional African songs at College of the Canyon's Performing Arts Center.
Multicultural music is something that actually is being performed more and more. There's an interest in, you get like traveling to another country. You get to meet them in many ways by hearing their music, and because there's so much in there that comes from the heart. And going into Africa, Africa has its own fabulous style of music, such energy, the percussion that's in there, and the stories behind it, all that fit together, and we realized we could make an entire program.
The Master Chorale typically does very heavily classical music, and it is wonderful stuff, absolutely wonderful stuff. This is more African folk music. It's easier to grasp. It really is. Even so, they have arranged it in such a way that it's absolutely gorgeous with all the harmonies, and wait till you hear the band. The band is absolutely fabulous.
So you're hearing music in different languages within Africa, and you're hearing music that celebrates the culture, that celebrates the life of a person in Africa.
The energy behind the whole thing is what really carries it all the way through. It's so fun because of all the rhythm that goes on, and everything's there. All the tunes are so catchy. It's easy. I think that what'll be fun. I think people will have a hard time staying in their seat or not clapping for sure.
Now turning to weather, highs were in the mid-80s on Tuesday. Overnight lows will dip into the upper 50s tonight. Wednesday temps will kick back up to the low 90s, but will begin to cool off Thursday into Friday as highs by the end of the week and into the weekend will drop into the low 80s. Well, that's all for your SCV News Break. For more local news, you can log on to hometownstation.com or scvnews.com. I'm Matt Robinson. Thanks for watching.